Hey everyone, this is Liz coming to you from Augusta today, and I have someone who has had a sleepless night last night and has been working super hard during the day, and we'll get to why pretty soon. But if you'd like to introduce yourself, your name, and what location you're from.
My name's Randy Wade, and I joined Augusta in March. Came out to the training. I'm from Marion, Illinois.
Excellent. And you have another job besides Augusta, and that's really why I wanted to have you on today, is there's so many owners that are trying to manage both. They've just gotten started in a business and they're trying to run work at another full-time job. And it might not be in Augusta, but any kind of business owner that's trying to do the same as you're doing. What's the thought process behind working a full-time job and working at Augusta as well?
Well, for me, I've been able to, maintain my bills and everything on the home front with the 9 to 5, and then try to reinvest everything from the Augusta back into the business to grow it. Um, Obviously, I want to at some point outgrow the 9 to 5, so that's the game plan. That's why we're working so hard.
So you're working by yourself, or do you have any team members to help you?
I have some family members that help me part time, but it's mainly just me right now.
Wow. How long ago was it that you first heard of Mike?
Oh man, it's been a few years. I found him on YouTube, just like anybody else, and always watched his videos and took his advice. And I know just noticed that his advice, always seemed like it worked out in my favor. So I thought, why not join and go all in?
That's awesome. So what was the last thing, like the final thoughts of why you thought you should join? Because people, a lot of times they do listen to along for a long time. They have a call with Lee maybe, but there has to be some point where it actually cements the decision.
Um, I think it was just like I was trying to model my business after a lot of his business advice, and it just seemed like it'd be easier to just follow the systems that are already in place versus me trying to build systems on my own.
Yeah, were you running a lawn care business before you came to Augusta?
Yes, yeah, I owned a top-notch lawn service in Southern Illinois here.
How many customers do you have?
Right at 50.
Okay, so what was that brand transition like for your customers?
I still have customers that get confused when they get like an invoice, even though
Mm-hmm.
we've reached out multiple times and I've changed over like our uniforms and I've wrapped the trailer and everything. They still get confused sometimes.
Wow. So do you have family and support? You said you have some family members that help, but do you have a spouse and children?
Yeah, yeah. My wife, she's a nurse, so she's working as just about as much as I am for her 9 to 5 as well, and then she pretty much runs the home front, so I can run the business.
Incredible. So other people don't have any cause to whine, do they? Knowing that you guys are doing this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you must have some long-term goals together, you and her, that you're trying to work towards working so hard right now because this is obviously not sustainable for years to come.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just trying to build the business to where we can live off the business. And, um, I would just rather be working for myself, even though I seem to work a lot more. I'm working around the clock. Uh, Anybody that starts a business that thinks that they're going to have more time, they're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, no
So,
kidding. No kidding. So what kind of work do you do outside of Augusta?
in federal corrections.
Okay, so it's night shift that you work.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And then
go in and work about 11:30 or so and work until about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
how do you start your day? Do you have just a route or do you do project cleanups, anything like that?
I've pretty much got my week set out to where I do projects on Tuesdays, and then I'm mowing Wednesday through Saturday, and Friday and Saturdays are my days off from working at the prison. So I'm working on mowing my routes mostly on those days. The other during the week, I'm working like 10 to 6 every day for Augusta.
Is your wife supportive of what you're doing?
Yeah, so far so good. Yeah,
Y-
she's supportive of Augusta. She likes everything that you guys bring to the table.
Yeah, a lot of people would say this was not sustainable and too hard to do with kids. So, how do you explain things to your kids that it's not forever? There's benefits to this. Daddy and mommy aren't going to always be working this hard, you hope.
I don't know. I just keep grinding, and I hope they appreciate it.
Yeah, are they little?
Yeah, we got a 4-year old, a 10-year old, and a 12 getting ready to be 13.
Oh yeah, you're busy people then.
Yeah, they're getting ready to start football up for the summer. So
Wow, that's
yeah,
awesome. So do you have grandpas and grandmas to help with them too?
yeah, we do.
That's helpful. Yeah, so how have you been involved with Augusta Nation trying to do all of these things? Do you try to prioritize the masterminds, or do you get any benefit from the Facebook group, or you just got your head down and you just can't even don't have the bandwidth for anything like that?
I tap into the Facebook group some, and I'll watch the masterminds here and there, and then the coaching calls. I've been reaching out to Connor Steed over in Evansville. I'm about 2 hours away from his location, so that's who I'm using for doing my coaching calls.
That's awesome. And the coaching calls are how often? Once a month?
Yeah, yeah, once a month.
Yeah, so you found them pretty beneficial to have him seeing your numbers and redirecting you if you're maybe thinking in the wrong way.
Yeah, he's a good one to reach out for. Like he's helped me with like marketing advice and whatnot. Um, I just had a coaching call with him here recently. So we're going over. I ordered all these um, door hangers, but I haven't had the
Hmm.
time to hang them up. You know,
Oh no.
I've been mainly focused on just every door direct mail, so that way I'm not out chasing down doors myself. I'm just mailing them out, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Might have to pay that 12-year-old when he gets out of school to start hanging door hangers.
yeah, yeah. I take them in the truck with me and just send them out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hit,
100%.
hit the neighborhood while I'm mowing.
Yeah, because you want route density anyway, so you might as well put him in the same neighborhood.
Right.
So you came out for training in March, is that correct?
Yep.
Yep. And then you started right away. You must have started right away when you got home.
Yeah. So I was like planning on joining Augusta next year, but then Lee kind of talked me into just going for it here this
Yes.
right in the middle of the spring rush. And I had already like printed off marketing material for top notch lawn service and stuff. So I had to like reroute everything as soon
Oh
as I
my
got,
goodness.
but I kept the same number. So it still worked out.
Oh, that's
Uh,
great.
it was just right in the middle of the rush.
Yeah. So since you're by yourself, is there really any need for command center or do you use them at all?
Yeah, they've actually added it. You know, they do a lot of the over the phone estimates for me, and
Oh,
that's
that's good.
out very well.
Yeah. Yeah. And then do they answer the phone for you or you're trying to do that also?
They're answering the phone for me. I respond through email to some of the customers, and I'm still learning the whole Copilot because that was a whole new system for me.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly.
I was using Yardbook last year, and I was just so used to that program, and then trying to make the jump and learn Copilot as we go.
Wow. Wow. I commend you for all of that. That's pretty amazing.
Well, I think like my focus this year is just learning all the systems and getting everything in place, and that way next year we can, have all the kinks worked out and be ready to grow.
Yeah, for sure. So the long-term plan for you, you've just gotten started, so it's probably hard to think that way when you're tired and just trying to get through each route. But how are you marketing now and what's the big plan?
Well, now I'm still doing the Everdoor direct mail, and then we've got door hangers. So whenever I'm at a location doing a cleanup or whatever, we're hanging door hangers on two on each side of the customer and the five across the street. So just trying to get some of the door hangers out. So that's my marketing for now. I think I'm going to put like a billboard up or something uh, going into the fall for Christmas lights. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
um, I just wrapped my enclosed trailer too. So that's like a moving billboard for us.
Yes. That's fantastic. Yeah. So you're planning to do Christmas lights, and do you have a plan for winter services or anything like that? Or are you just going to try to do Christmas lights this year and then go from there?
Well, I'm planning on going to Louisville's location when he does the training down there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go through the training there for the Christmas lights, and then probably do every door direct mail for Christmas lights as well. And we'll do the Christmas lights, and then I'm gonna try to push the uh, winter services. I just don't know how well it's gonna be accepted here. It's not real common
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, it wasn't here either. It was a whole, it's like I was explaining to somebody yesterday, you have to actually train the customer that that's a service they need since they've already budgeted that amount anyway. They might as well continue using you. And otherwise, they're going to go out there and do it themselves or find somebody else to keep things up during the winter.
I could see the customers that always pay for like the spring cleanups, the
Mm-hmm.
fall and the spring cleanups. It would be very beneficial for them because you're
Mm-hmm.
just instead of them paying for that heavy expense all at once, it's just spread out across the months to come.
Yeah.
Um, so I think I might be able to make sell it on some of those customers, but the rest of them, I don't know. It might be a tough sell.
Yeah, for
We're
sure.
on it though, so we'll see.
Yeah, it took us a while and now more and more people are doing it, but yeah, it takes a couple of years to get some traction on that for sure. Um, Before you came to Augusta, were you able to talk to some of the owners about their experience and how did that impact you?
Yeah. So Lee recommended that I reach out to a few, and he gave me names and contact information for talk to Dustin up in Bloomington, Illinois, and he had a lot of good things to say about joining. And then I had talked to Connor, who's coaching me now, and he had similar, uh, recommended that I join. And then I had talked to Jason down in Louisville as well. So, uh, talking to three different locations, and they all come from different walks of life, and they all had the same thing, saying that it was a good move. So, made me feel a lot better about joining, and I just went for it.
Yeah, yeah, and they are, like you said, coming from different angles and different seasons of their businesses. So that's good. I'm glad you were able to get some kind of balanced report from them. So far, any regrets?
No, not yet. So we'll see. Like I said, this first year is just like trying to learn the systems and get everything in place. I feel good about it. I really think that next year we're going to blow up here in Marion. Marion in itself, the town's growing a lot. So I feel really good about the decision to join.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. So in wrapping up just a little bit today, I'm very cognitive of the reasons that you're here to give us a report about Augusta, but also that you haven't slept all night and you still have work to do today. But are there any kinds of things that you listen to for personal development or for business or investing or real estate or anything like that that kind of make you the person that you are and keep you inspired and encouraged?
Well, I have a lot of family members that are business owners as well, that are in like logging or tree service, and a lot of friends that own tree service businesses and stuff. And then I listen to podcasts a lot, and I always try to find like a quote for the day that's
Hmm.
motivational that pushes you forward. So um, yeah, and just keep taking things one day at a time. I'm putting the fires out as they come, and just keep moving forward. Really.
That's awesome. Do you have a quote for us today?
Oh
Any
yeah,
quote?
yeah. I got a few. Um, so one I seen today, it says, "Success isn't owned; it's leased and rented. Rent is due every day."
Oh, that's
That,
so
that was
good.
that pretty good. And another one I read today was, "A lazy man is a man that prays for things he is not willing to sweat for. God hears your prayers, but He blesses your hands.
Oh, I have never heard that one. That's phenomenal. I
That
love
was a
it.
good one.
Do you have
Yeah.
a quote book that you get those from, or you look online for inspirational quotes?
No, they just kind of pop up in my feed, and I'll if I have one that kind of rolls around in my head a little bit, I'll write it down.
I love that. That's great. Well, that's a good note to end on. Please greet your family for us, and may you be filled with lots of strength and energy and real fortitude for all of the things that are ahead for you, and just impressed and so thankful that you're a part of what we're doing.
I'm thankful you guys let me be a part of it. So
Yeah, well,
looking forward to see how it goes in the years to come.
it's going to
So,
be great, and you have lots of support from us, and I really appreciate your time today. Thank you so much.
all righty.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.